my name's Lauren. I'm with UIC Radio. Today we're interviewing one of the bands for Battle of the Bands. Could you guys introduce yourselves?
All right. I'm C-Ray.
I'm TJ.
I'm Efi.
I'm My Shepherd.
Awesome. And what's the name of your band?
Lost Paradise.
Oh my god. How did you guys choose that name?
All right. So this was a conversation between us two roughly like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Around 23.
In the library, we're thinking of like, what does this group mean to us? And essentially, it was like, we came up with the name because it's a paradise that you didn't know you were searching for that you now found. So like, it's that lost paradise.
I love that. That's so cool. And then what do you guys all play in the band?
Let's start that way.
Okay.
Well, in general, I play guitar and bass, but I mainly play guitar in this band.
Nice.
I'm a pianist, usually, but for this band, I sing and I do rap and stuff like that. Production, that's it.
Awesome.
So I mainly play guitar as well, but I also produce music. That's how
sick.
me and
Yeah,
Iffy
that's
got
how we
connected
met, yeah.
initially. So yeah, that's what I do.
so cool.
I'm in this band. I'm mainly the vocalist, but I also do production, guitar, and bass.
That's so sick. So you guys are all really involved in like every aspect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then do you guys have like a special connection with or like a favorite instrument that you guys play, or like a favorite role that you do within the band?
For me, it's definitely guitar.
Yeah.
That's my favorite instrument.
Why?
That's what got me into music for the most
Really?
part. So I mean, I like piano too, but yeah, definitely guitar.
I started off as piano, but especially at church and stuff like that. But like growing up, I don't know, in terms of expressing myself, vocals and singing, rapping, stuff like that. That's beautiful to me. So yeah.
That's awesome. Could you guys scoot a little closer to the mic?
Got you.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty good. I think
Alright.
that mic's just like a little less sensitive.
Okay.
Perfect.
But yeah.
For me, I'd say vocals, only because I've been singing for over half my life now, and it's just like, I just love singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Yeah, definitely guitar. I started playing bass more recently. But yeah, I especially love jazz and improvising, so I'm getting more into that.
that's so cool. And then how did you guys all meet?
Well, the way it started was me and Timmy.
Yeah.
I used to make TikTok covers. I don't know if this is the actual, but he found my, we through Instagram we just found each other and stuff like that. I was going into my sophomore year, and
I was
we're
going into
dorming.
my freshman year, yeah.
Exactly, we're
Oh,
dorming in
okay.
the same room in courtyard. So I was like, okay, I saw he does. I checked his Instagram, saw he does music, and we started connecting and stuff like that. And we get here, and it's like, I'm like, oh, I see he has a good song. I'm like, a lot of people I know don't make like music I love, so he
Yeah.
made a song I like. I really loved, and we're still working on that to this
Yeah.
day. That's gonna be out soon. But,
In fact, we're going to be performing that song.
Oh
Definitely,
my
yeah.
god, that's so exciting.
So that's how we connected. Me and TJ is I met him, production. I found out he produced. I can't even remember the
I think it's
exact
probably through
details.
Instagram too.
Through Instagram. Instagram
Nice.
has opened up a lot, but
Yeah.
I knew Jonathan my freshman year through our
Really?
manager Jaden. So yeah.
Nice. And you guys said that the name came about a year ago. Did you guys also like start practicing about a year ago? How long have you been a band?
I'd say like a concrete band probably about a year ago was when like we set up everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Sick. Oh my god. Who's an artist that you guys all look up to? Either for like your creative influences for this particular band, or just like in your personal life?
In general, I really love Domi and JD Beck. They're a cool jazz duo,
Nice.
and they inspire me because I also make that type of music, like jazz and drum and bass. So they inspired me a lot.
That's sick. Could you come a little closer to the mic? Thank you. You just like keep cutting out a little.
For me, I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. So
Nice.
So yeah. But for singing wise, it depends. Afrobeats artist Rema, huge inspiration. There's a lot more too, but when I think of us as we are our own unique sound, we just combine we have a lot of fusion. Pretty much.
Sick. Yeah. Could you
that's
also
fine.
come a little closer?
Oh,
to the mic?
okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I definitely got into like production in general through Jay Dilla, People like Flying Lotus. Steve Lacy's a huge inspiration for me because he showed me that like you can do a lot with like a little bit.
Yeah.
The fact that he was producing stuff on GarageBand and stuff. So that's how I started learning like, oh, I could just make music
Oh my god.
like this if
yeah.
I just, learn, look online, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
For me, artist-wise, I would say Adekunle Gold. He's an Afrobeats artist. Kind of has like a chill groove to him, but like music influences would definitely come from my family. A lot of them sing. I have an uncle who plays a lot of instruments as well, so I just kind of take inspiration from him.
That's so awesome. I love all of that so much. And then kind of similar question. Like who do you listen to in your free time? Are they the same artists? Are they different?
Definitely some Kendrick, like
Yeah,
you said.
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. I listen to a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things. I can go from probably a little indie, then Afro beats a lot. That's really what I'm really into right now.
Yeah.
And I started off with rap and R&B, definitely. Alternative R&B for sure. Yeah, but I listen to a lot. Always got to
Sick.
keep your mind, open for new things.
Mhm.
'Cause you get a lot of inspiration. I feel like just branching out. So yeah, never stick to. That's me though.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, same. Just like from month to month or whatever, it varies. Like whether it's jazz or electronic music or like I found out about an indie folk album that I really liked a lot. So it's just like whatever gravitates towards me, I like.
Sick. Yeah. What about you guys?
Kind of like what he said, like I can find inspiration in a lot of types of music.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I really started with rock a lot. Because when I was getting in guitar, I listened to a lot of like Red Hot Chili Peppers
Yeah.
and like just a bunch of other people. And that's why I feel like I listen to so many different genres now. Mostly hip hop is what got me into making music, though. I would definitely say
That's
And,
awesome.
like, producers.
Yeah.
So
For me, they probably know I'm really a wild card when it comes to music. I can listen to anything from Mozart to MF Doom. It's like I think the main things I listen to though are Afro beats, Quiet Storm, so like Sade, Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, like MF Doom. Production wise, I would say that just came about for me because I wanted to get the ideas out of my head. But yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. If you guys could name like one album that represents your like 2025 so far, what would it be?
like the year or like art?
Yeah,
influence?
like
Or,
your personal year.
Okay. Oh, my personal.
Yeah. It's a hard
That's
question.
a,
I
that's, a,
know.
that's a very good question. I'm
That's
not
a great
gonna lie,
question.
That's a great question.
Roots, the cavemen, for me.
Ooh, nice.
Mind if we give two albums? Or
Yeah,
just
for
one?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, GNX, Kendrick Lamar,
Nice.
and I would say Roots as well. The Caveman. Yeah. I'll say
Nice.
so, yeah.
I don't know if this perfectly describes my year, but a really impactful album for me was Now He Sings, Now He Sobs by Chick Corea. It's like a really cool jazz album that I liked a lot.
Sick.
Yeah, I would say either Donuts by Jay Dilla or In Rainbows by Radiohead. Because I really got into Radiohead this year.
Oh my
and
god.
they just made me like see music so differently.
Mm-hmm.
They do all this experimental stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's awesome. I love all of those answers. And why are you guys competing in Battle of the Bands?
Like Ify said, we have a very unique sound, and I guess it's been a long time coming. It's kind of like it's time for the world to now hear our sound,
Yeah.
and so that's one of the main things that drove us to audition for Battle of the Bands.
Sick. And what do you guys like hope to get out of this? Like out of performing and just making music in general? Or performing in Battle of the
Performing.
Bands?
What do we hope to get out of performing in Battle of the Bands?
Yeah, as well as music if you'd like to talk
Number
about
one,
that.
experience.
Mhm.
Experience, performing for that type of audience as well. Because we know it's not just like you know, the audiences we usually perform at like are different. So we, you know, try and diverse, you know, our sound, you know, in a diverse area, seeing how that translates and how that works would be cool as well. You
Yeah.
know, getting new connections, having
Mhm.
people learn, you know, our own style and unique stuff like that. So also connecting with the other bands as well, you know, because we know there's a lot of great, you know,
Yeah.
bands out there. So definitely, that's why I mean, that's what I believe.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
For that, and also just getting our name out there.
definitely.
Because like I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of artists struggle with that. Is like having so many ideas, making so much music, but feeling like nobody's really tapped in
Yeah.
or getting anything out of what you're doing. So
So we're grateful for UIC and having something like
Yeah.
this. This is beautiful.
I
Into-
love Battle of the Bands. I'm not even saying that because I'm in radio. It's like one of my favorite events here. And what would like winning mean to you guys?
performing at Spark.
Yeah.
For one.
I would say performing at Spark. That's like the huge, like that's been a personal goal of mine. So
Yeah.
yeah. So as a senior, like, cause it's gonna be my last Spark as a student, I believe. So it would be like like a huge accomplishment for me personally. So and also getting my name out there. You know?
Yeah.
I have a lot of you know, a lot of people who are like depending on like why are we not dropped, you know, stuff like that. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
seeing us there, it's like, oh my God, they're like, yeah, you know, I know this
Yeah.
guy, you know, this is cool and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Oh, that's sick. And so UIC Radio has orchestrated Tiny Desk concerts for the winners in the past, or also a music video. If you were to win, what would you choose and why?
you know,
Tiny Desk.
I would choose
Yeah.
a tiny
I'm
desk.
choosing
a
that
Yeah?
Tiny Desk. Mhm.
Music videos are as they're I still believe they're a very good art form, you know,
Yeah.
definitely. But I would say in the current climate, you know, for us because we're really starting out, just see our sound, you know, like watch, you know, when you watch people musicians do what they do, it really
Mhm.
like, I mean, for me personally, I know that it really does a lot to tell you the talents that they have, and you see that it's very inspiring. So
Yeah.
for something like that, for us to show our raw, natural music talent, that's it. That's that for me.
That's
that for us.
awesome.
Yeah.
And Tiny Desk is live,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like live music is so
Yeah.
Yeah.
impactful to
It's
me.
so impactful.
What we did is we recorded it, obviously. I believe it was also played on air because we do it on our studio.
Okay.
Yeah. But and for the last question, I just have something silly for you guys. If your band was an animal, what animal would it be?
I don't know.
Crazy, man. We
Probably
got-
something exotic, right? Lost Paradise, like a jaguar, something like that. That
I
would be
like
cool.
that.
I don't know nothing
Something
about
from
animals.
Africa.
I don't know nothing about animals, man. But if he, I mean,
I don't know
what he
why I
says,
see
we go.
like a zebra.
A zebra?
I don't know why.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, something exotic, regardless. Like,
Yeah.
There's some from Africa,
yeah, definitely.
from Madagascar.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like the Jaguar.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to see you guys perform. Thank you so much for coming to this. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, thank you.